Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Mackenzie Holloway claims she caught her dad in bed with her roommate, who then moved out and stuck her with the rent.
All rise.
Sage Gomez says she left because Ms. Holloway created a toxic living situation.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Holloway versus Gomez. Ms. Holloway, you are suing Ms. Gomez for $2,670. You say the defendant ruined your life and owes you unpaid rent. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The defendant says she doesn't owe you anything. Let's start with you, Ms. Holloway. Why are you bringing this case today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I am here today as a senior student at the University of Oregon, suing my ex-roommate and ex-best friend after I found out that she was having relations with my father, who was more than twice her age. And because she and my father have a serious relationship, she decided to abandon our lease agreement and move in with him, leaving me to cover the remaining 3 months' worth of rent.
So wait, you're going to college?
I'm going to college.
You paying for yourself to go to college?
Yes, I do.
All right, and you're in a lease?
I'm in a lease.
Did you all sign that lease together, or it's your lease and then you were subleasing a room or something to her?
Actually, my name is the only name on the lease. However, I drafted a roommate's agreement that she obliged to and agreed to.
Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, I actually do.
May I
Here's
see
my
it?
evidence.
Ms. Gomez, you ended up sleeping with Ms. Holloway's father?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Well, let's just cut to the chase.
Please.
So you presumably met him through your ex-best friend and roommate.
Yes, Your Honor. I have known Miss Holloway, Mackenzie, for now 3 years. Well, to make that 4 since it's our 4th year. We just hit it off immediately in college. We joined the same sorority, and I would only see...
Sage says Mackenzie was hostile. Yes. You slept with her dad. You think dirty looks and dish duty are hostility? That's restraint. You don't get to flip the narrative just because your betrayal made people uncomfortable. This isn't a revenge arc. It's accountability knocking at your door. Also, if you're going to break up a family and a lease, the least you can do is pay your share, right?
Nathan, her father, only a few times a week. If anything, it was something like a little high, especially since he was going through a divorce himself. I didn't want to get involved in anything like that.
Okay.
I thought he was cute.
Sure.
But
And how old are you?
I'm 24 years old currently.
Okay. And how old is Mr. Holloway?
He's 55.
Okay. So this roommate's agreement that I see here, where you're supposed to pay $890 a month at the first of each month, and what was the length of this agreement here?
It was for a year.
All right. And how many of those months did you live out?
I've only lived about 2 months there because, unfortunately, things got very hostile when Mackenzie found out that I was dating her father.
Yeah, how did you find out, Ms. Holloway, that Ms. Gomez was dating your father?
I came to my apartment looking for some rest and some ease. However, I opened the door and I see my father and my roommate having sex in our living room.
Oh my goodness,
And
you walked in
I
on
walked in on them, and as a 22-year-old girl and daughter of a 55-year-old man, I saw things that I should never have seen, and now I cannot erase those things from my mind. I can't unsee that. I've been traumatized.
That's a bell that's
I've been
never gonna be
And honestly, I
unwrung.
think she should cover therapy for me, as well as paying the $2,000
We were not
that she
expecting you to
owes
be
me.
home that early.
So, Ms. Gomez, you admit to sleeping with Ms. Holloway's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
You agree that that's how she found out, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. It's not the way I wanted it to be found out. We try to figure out a
But
way.
you've signed this lease agreement. Why would you move out?
The only reason I moved out was because Mackenzie was actually being very hostile towards me.
What is hostile?
Hostile being that she would always give me dirty looks, and I would always have to do all the chores around the house because I
Okay,
had
but I
to
didn't
keep
sleep
it
with your
safe.
dad, so
Dirty
that's not-
looks, and chores is hostile? Did you go move in with her dad?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so whatever. So stand up, sir. Step up to the podium. You are Nathan Holloway, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You are Miss Holloway, the plaintiff's father.
Yes.
But you on the opposite aisle from your daughter.
Get 'em.
Because you decided to sleep with her friend.
Yes. Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right, so you then had her friend who was her roommate who was on a lease agreement with your daughter that helped her pay her rent move in with you.
Yes, because Sage came to me saying that my daughter was being disrespectful, belligerent. So, and...
I didn't hear any testimony that would say she was being belligerent or hostile. She might have been disgusted.
Absolutely. And I could have been worse, but I feel like I had a lot more self-control, unlike others.
It's not that serious.
So this is not real serious. You just let her come live with you.
It's a fling. It's a midlife crisis.
It is not. We fell in love, Your Honor.
Are you in love, Mr. Holloway?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't like it. I didn't like how that yes came out. That turn of the head let me know it sounded like you lying.
No, Your Honor,
I've been doing this for a lot of years.
Yes.
Sometimes what's not said is...
Nathan said Mackenzie was disrespectful? Hold up, you sleep with her roommate and then call her names? Sir, that's not parenting, that's projecting. And instead of helping her with rent, he let her drown while playing house with her former friend. That's not love, that's delusion. What would you do if your own dad pulled this?
More obvious and clearer than what is said. Your body language.
Coming up.
Judge, you starting stuff. We had a
Mr.
good
Holloway,
relationship till we
Mr.
got here.
Holloway, let me tell you something great about me. Not only do I start it, I finish it.
And later.
I told them they did not need to pack anything, especially in the kitchen.
Did you hear her say don't pack anything, Mr. Juarez?
No, not really, Your Honor. I just kind of got there. And...
You just mosey on in.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with a dispute between Mackenzie Holloway and Sage Gomez, who are fighting over unpaid rent.
Okay, show of hands. How many people, when you have a significant other, if you ask them, do you love me? If they turn their head to the side like this and say, yes, is that what you want to see? Raise your hand if that's sufficient for you. Mr. Holloway, you just out here having yourself a moment. You 55?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm 54, and I know, honey. I know how it is. That's why I got this ponytail up high right now, trying to restore these cheekbones. Trying to restore these cheekbones from 1994, okay? We do go through phases in our lives, right, where our mortality and our age catches up with us.
Yes.
You're a daddy stealer. It's not just petty. It's pain disguised as shade. And Sage's response is the one with daddy issues. This isn't closure, it's chaos. And neither of them walks away whole. What's your verdict here? Who deserves forgiveness, if anyone?
I mean, not to be funny, but you're not a bad-looking man. You're 55 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
You probably could have gone out and got you a whole bunch of other 24-year-olds. What made you choose your daughter's best friend and roommate? Because this isn't just a familial issue, it's a financial issue for your daughter. So you've now done something that puts your daughter at risk financially, and then you've also done something that puts you at risk in terms of her father. So your daughter feels all alone, and from what this court can see, she's standing over there all alone as well.
Yes, Your Honor. But I'm alone, too. I've been divorced for 2 years.
Miss Gomez? He said he's alone. Don't you live with him?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You see what's going on?
I do, Your Honor, and I was unaware that Nathan was actually feeling this way, this type of way, that it would have to come to this for me to see this.
It's a funny thing about We the People, right? People get up in here and all of a sudden understand what's going on. because we get down to the nitty gritty.
Judge, you starting stuff.
I'm starting stuff?
Yeah, you starting stuff.
Look.
You started. We had a
Mr.
good
Holloway,
relationship till we
Mr.
got
Holloway.
here. Judge, you started something.
Mr. Holloway, let me tell you something great about me. Not only do I start it, I finish it. Okay? I see exactly what's going on here, and it's crystal clear. Now, if you all have relationship issues now, that's for you all to deal with. At the end of the day, you make your choices. But what I believe is paternity matters, which means fatherhood matters.
Let's break this down. Christina told him not to touch the kitchen. What did they do? Touch the kitchen. And now expensive dishes are in pieces, literally. You can't plead ignorance when someone explicitly says don't touch that. Basic instruction equals basic accountability.
I had a beautiful relationship with my father. I just lost him a few months ago. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I couldn't imagine a person that my father would put our relationship in jeopardy for. And it's disappointing to see you stand here, your daughter's notably upset. At the very least, if you're gonna steal a roommate away from her, you could at least help her pay the rent. I mean, this is about raggedy in and of itself. You just left her out there with the rent coming due, you sleeping with her girlfriend, and you don't have enough good sense to say as a 55-year-old man, hey, babe, now you know you done signed that lease agreement, so you still gonna have to pay that rent. You know that.
Yes, Your Honor, but I was gonna pay. But she was sending me text messages, being disrespectful, calling me all kind of names.
Do you think you were being disrespectful when you slept with her best friend in her house?
No.
I don't even recognize you anymore. You were being disrespectful.
Let me tell you something. I've heard all I need to know. At this point, Mr. Holloway, it's pretty clear. You have never really matured to the point to understand that your actions have consequences. At the end of the day, unfortunately, you're not the one being sued. You're just a witness here. And Ms. Gomez, I hope you learned this lesson today. Because he's standing up next to you, but he is not standing by you or for you. Is that clear?
That's clear, Your Honor.
You owe her $2,670 because you signed the agreement. It's clear. And you moved in. You gotta pay. And what I hope most is whenever you come out of this phase, because it's obvious it's a phase. Now, if I saw real love here, I'm not saying that people who are older and younger in age can't find love. It ain't my business. But it is obvious to me that you are taking up space in this young woman's life that you don't need to be taking up.
Ms. Lake,
and it's obvious.
Judge Lake, come on.
You know it, we see it, everybody in here sees it. Judgment for the plaintiff for $2,670. Ms. Gomez, you better wake up. Court is adjourned.
Two wild cases. One about betrayal and boundaries, the other about broken dishes and broken promises. But both showed one truth. When you ignore respect, you pay the price literally. If you found these cases as jaw-dropping as we did, make sure to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more courtroom chaos and clarity. Because around here, justice doesn't just get served, it slaps.
Thank
All
you.
rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $2,670.
Yeah, that's right, because you're a daddy stealer.
Why don't you find yourself your own husband, your own boyfriend, whatever you want, and get out of my
What'd you
life?
say? I can't speak daddy stealers. I don't know what you said. I don't
Says
know
the
what
one
you
who has
said.
daddy issues.
Yeah, that's why I got my money.
Please
So
gather your
run me my
things
check,
and follow me
please.
this way.
Coming up,
I had said to him, oh, be careful. Can you set that down? Because I want to tape the lid. I wanted to make sure everything was secure. And at that point, he dropped the dishes. And, you know, I was upset because they were expensive, but he also didn't say.
You were there with him when he dropped the dishes?
I was, yes.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Christina Peterson claims she paid her brother and his buddies to help her move, and one of them broke her pricey dishes. Richard Juarez says the box slipped when Ms. Peterson became irate and got in his face.
Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Peterson versus Juarez. Miss Peterson, you are suing Mr. Juarez for $350. You say the defendant owes you the value of all of the dishes he broke on your moving day. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the defendant, you say it wasn't your fault, it was the plaintiff's fault. You don't owe her anything.
That's right, Your Honor.
All right. So, Ms. Peterson, I'll start with you. When were you moving? Where were you moving?
About a couple months ago in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, and you hired?
I hired movers to begin with,
Okay.
but they said it was moving season, so tried to upcharge me. It went from about a $100 deposit to $500. So I then called my brother, and he said he could help, and he had some buddies that would definitely help.
Was there pay involved, Ms.?
Yeah, I paid them $200 per person.
Per person. For how many hours?
4.
For 4 hours. So was this all verbal, or was it a text exchange? Do you have any evidence of what the agreement was? Did you settle on $200 and say, yes, that works for me via email or text?
Sorry, Your Honor, I don't have any of that. It was
So
mostly...
just a verbal conversation?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. And so, Ms. Peterson, had you packed anything?
I did, yes, and I told them that I did not want them. They did not need to pack anything, especially in the kitchen.
Did you hear her say don't pack anything, Mr. Juarez?
No, not really, Your Honor. I just kind of got there and...
You just mosey on in.
Yeah, I got there and immediately there was the whole fight with the neighbor, you know?
Oh, she was in a fight when you got there.
Coming up,
You all obviously made a verbal agreement to help move. The question is, did you use reasonable care as you packed those dishes?
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with a dispute between Christina Peterson and Richard Juarez over a messy move.
You had a fight with the neighbor, Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
About what?
My brother had parked his truck, and that was where we were going to load everything. And then the neighbor parked right behind it, so we couldn't then load the car. And so we kind of got into it, nothing vicious, and we talked about it, and he agreed he'd move his car while I was moving.
So what happens to get me to the point where there was damage to your property?
So I walk into the kitchen, and I saw him putting some dishes into a box. I had said to him, oh, be careful. Can you set that down? Because I want to tape the lid. I wanted to make sure everything was secure. And at that point, he dropped the dishes. And, you know, I was upset because they were expensive, but he also didn't say...
You were there with him when he dropped the dishes?
I was, yes.
So he dropped it before you taped it, or were you over there trying to get the tape on the top of the box and then he dropped it as you were trying to tape it?
I wasn't putting a lot of force because he was kind of pulling back on the box, and I was like, oh, can I tape it? And then
Why would he be pulling back on the box if you're trying to tape it?
I'm not really sure. He was kind of just rushing through.
Why were you pulling back on the box when she's trying to tape it, Mr. Juarez?
She was in my face with the tape, and she was kind of ordering me around and stuff. And so when she kind of approached me, I backed away just sort of instinctively.
What had you put inside of it? Had you rolled all of them in different paper?
I had rolled a few when I started packing, but when he was putting them away, he kind of just was putting them in there with
You
nothing.
were just putting the dishes in with no...
Oh, yes, Your Honor, I was in a rush.
And had you given them an instruction like, hey, I'm packing those dishes with paper?
Yes, I told them bubble wrap and stuff was around for everything fragile, and that...
And so were there bubble wrapped items inside the box when
Yes.
he picked it up?
Yes, I already wrapped a few plates and bowls. Yes, Your
And they
Honor.
were in the box already?
Yes.
All right, I've heard enough.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
This is the problem here. You all obviously made a verbal agreement to help move. The question is, did you use reasonable care as you packed those dishes? It's obvious you didn't. Now, Ms. Peterson, because of Mr. Juarez's actions on that day, and the fact that you did say to them, hey, there's bubble wrap for the fragile items, and you had already bubble wrapped and wrapped up some of your dishes, I do believe you're entitled to collect. But I don't believe you're entitled to collect the entire amount. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Juarez, before I conclude, I just have to say to you, sometimes, and this is in the future if you ever go back to court, I want you to come in there ready to prove your case, right? And let your body language reflect that of a person that is very present. You understand? Because it was too easy for me to connect those dots that you was rushing through packing those dishes, and you didn't care. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judgment for the plaintiff for $275. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $275.